It's easy to focus on the things that we don't have, to point out all the things that we have not received or gotten. But if you take a look around and you realize just how much you do have, things would go much smoother. What I'm talking about is lack versus gratitude. When I didn't understand mindset and I didn't understand life, right? And how important it is to be in gratitude for the things that we have, I complained all the time about all the things that I didn't have, or at least I thought that I didn't have, right? Um, and a good example is just me being a single mom, right? A lot of the times, I have to do everything by myself. I don't have help. And now that my kids are older, I'm grateful that they are able to be that help and assistance when possible. Gratitude looks like being grateful for the roof over your head, for the clothes on your back, for the pillowcase that you sleep on, the blankets that you cover up with. It looks like looking around and saying, I have more than what I think I lack. Gratitude is always trying to find the good in not so great situations. Gratitude is very, very important because otherwise you get caught in this scarcity mindset. And I'm pretty sure we've all heard of this, right? That mindset where it's, I don't have this and I don't have that. And I wish I could do this, but I can't. And, I could do that if I wanted to. I want to leave the country. Don't got the money. I could be sitting here harping on that. I could say, well, I don't have lights and I don't have a camera that I like and I don't have this. And I could use that as reasons not to show up here every day. But I don't. I could say, well, because I'm not sleeping well and because I'm having health issues, I'm not going to show up. But I don't. I'm grateful that I have an extra phone that actually has space. I'm grateful that I have a stand that I can use and put my extra phone on. I'm grateful that I have a mic that you guys are able to hear me even when there's craziness going on in the background. I'm grateful that I have the courage to do this. This is not something that I ever saw myself doing. I'm not the type of person that likes to be in front of the camera. I like to be behind the camera. I like to be, you know, the one catching the shot, not the one that the light is being shown on. But I'm here. There are many, many reasons why we can. No, let me rephrase. There are many, many reasons that we can use as justification for all the things. So let's use them in a good way. Look around you. What do you have that you may sometimes not be grateful for? There is a lady who, in my city, who sleeps under a bridge. She literally has this tent thing I think it's a tent where she keeps all her belongings. And she has this chair and she has blankets. And that's where she sits all day, every day. That is the extent of what she has. When I see her, my heart goes out to her. I send her love because I remember what it was like not having a roof over my head. There was a point in my life where I slept on a park bench. I slept in the back of my car. I've been there, right? So to see this woman sleeping under this bridge every day, and I'm talking about rain or shine, the only time that I've ever seen that lady not there is when there was a snowstorm and the police came and like really physically removed her. And I think they may have taken her to a shelter. But then a day or two later, she was right back in the same spot. I'm pretty sure that woman is grateful for her belongings. I'm pretty sure she's grateful for her life. She's grateful for that chair that she has to sit in, for those blankets that she can wrap up in, right? And I say all of this because I woke up this morning and I couldn't breathe. And for a moment, I started to panic. For a moment, I got in that lack consciousness where I was like thinking of all the things. And then I snapped right back out of it. When you're not getting adequate sleep, when you are feeling like you're breathing through a straw, a broken straw, it's it's frustrating. And I honestly can say that I'm doing the best that I can, even with little to no sleep. I really am. I'm doing the best that I can. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the fact that I have a bed to sleep in, that I have a roof over my head, that I have clothes that I can wear. I'm grateful that I have a washing machine and a dryer and I don't have to go to the laundromat. I'm grateful that I am in good enough health that I can, if I need something, I can walk to the store or I can take the bus or an Uber and get where I need to go. I'm grateful that I can get to my doctor's appointments. I'm grateful that when I go grocery shopping and I've gotten a ride and I can do my monthly grocery shopping. I have bags and bags of groceries. I'm grateful that I have two children to help me bring up all those groceries up 3 flights of steps. I'm grateful for it all. And sometimes I have to remind myself of all the things that I do have so that I do not focus on the things that are in lack. When my mind is going, I'm grateful that I have a way to channel that, right? Because I taught myself how to wire wrap, and so I make jewelry. And so the other day, I had this stone that I have had for quite some time. Um, and it's like an egg shape, an awkward egg shape. So I had to make like a nest for it to sit in. And I love my birthday is like eights. And so I've always been a fan of the infinity symbol. And so I knew that I wanted to put that on here. And being able to do that intricately and make the make the shape and the wire work around the stone really took my mind off of everything that was going on, and it gave me an opportunity to just sit in that moment for however long it took. It gave me a chance to just focus, right? And when I was done, I looked at it and I was like, I am so grateful that I have had the opportunity to be able to learn how to do these things. Um, when I was younger, I wanted to be so many different things. At one point, I thought I wanted to be a firefighter. I wanted to be a lawyer. I actually went to school to be a lawyer. I didn't like that. I ended up in doing other things and going to school in my 30s to be a photographer. I have done so many different things in my life, and I am so grateful to even have had the opportunity to do those things. Um, I love being able to learn. I love being able to learn different um, ways to keep myself busy. I know how to do a lot of things. And as I learn how to do these things, I remind myself that not everyone has the space, opportunity, and even the courage to try new. Not everyone has the opportunity to be able to learn new things just because they want to. You know, I've been told plenty of times, "Oh, why don't you do this and why don't you do that?" and all the things, and I'm just like, because what I want to do is this. Understanding that not everybody can do what they want to do makes me grateful. Grateful that I have the capacity to learn new things. Grateful that I have the courage to try them. Grateful that I have the opportunity to be able to learn something new. And so to me, that means everything. Um, Wire wrapping came at a time when I was trying to stop smoking. And, when you're a smoker, that hand to mouth repetition um, can be a force to be reckoned with. Uh, Most of the time, people end up snacking or things like that, and they end up going back. I was able to keep both of my hands busy while also keeping my mind busy, because my mind was like, "Oh my God, okay, how do I do this? And how do I do this to make it feel better, to look better? And if I rub my finger on it, does it feel smooth?" And like, so I was able to give my hands and my brain something to do. And having that skill is one of the things that helped me um, get through in that time. And so I'm saying all of this to just say, be grateful for all the things that you do have. Be appreciative of the fact that you have the capacity to receive those things, to maintain those things. And just understand that, Some people don't have what you have. Some people don't have the mind, the willingness, the courage, or the capacity. And knowing that sometimes uh is the factor in which I'm just like, I'm grateful. I'm Yep, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I have the good health to go to the store, to walk to the store. I'm grateful that I have the means and knowledge to get on a bus if I need to. Um, Getting back and forth to doctor's appointments. I'm grateful that I have the physical bandwidth to be able to do that. And so when you realize that it's not something that everyone has, and you realize that you have these things, and sometimes we don't often show how grateful we are for them. Acknowledging what you have, what you've been given, what you've been blessed with, a knowledge that no one can take from you, even not even the bad times, right? It is a blessing. It is a blessing. And so if you are struggling today, struggling with life, because life be life, and I encourage you to write down all the things that are bothering you, and then name 10 things, 10 to 15 things that you're grateful for, that you appreciate, and then just read it out loud. Sometimes it just helps to have the awareness. I have food in the fridge. We are able to eat. I am able to feed my family. I have clothes, clean clothes. I have a washing machine and dryer. I have Wi Fi, so my kids don't drive me bananas. Just say it. Just be grateful. Um, Today is a regular day for everyone else. So, what are you grateful for? I'm grateful that I was able to wake up this morning, and that's real. So, I will catch you all next time. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will see you tomorrow.